Ladies and gentlemen, I am here live from technically it's my mom's car. I'm out. I've actually had to go out to do the groceries. I go out mostly because can't really let my mom go out with what's going on around. She's she. Oh shit, I have it. She's a little bit older, and don't want to take any chances. But I'm not here today to talk about my life. I'm here to talk about the news that came out in wrestling today. Coming straight from the WWE. The Revival, Scott Dawson, Dash Wilder were granted their immediate release effective, I believe, today. And they were wished the best of luck in all their future endeavors. So it was just a matter of time. I mean, I think the reports came out that they asked for the release, like, I think after last year's Mania. And, this was always... The Revival are a hell of a great tag team. They are arguably one of the best tag teams in wrestling, period. But they were never really treated as such in WWE. In NXT, they were. In NXT, they were gangbusters. When they won the titles the first time from... who the fuck did they beat? I think they beat the Vaudevillains. And they were gangbusters at NXT. When they came up, beat up the New Day. They beat the New Day, who then were the top team. And then, I believe it was Dawson that got injured, or was it Dash? It was one of the two, and that just halted their momentum. And ever since then, it was always stop and go. They would have title reigns once in a while. Each time it seemed like they would finally maybe break through and have finally a good, I don't know if I want to say reign or time in WWE. Something always held them back. It was never really the Revival that held themselves back, but it was just that WWE in tag wrestling, if you're not the Usos or New Day, you're not going to be treated as a legit tag team. And I get that the New Day sell a bunch of merch, and so the Usos are pretty good merch sellers as well. But, even the Bar, who were a really good tag team, after a while were treated like shit. And the Revival was the prime example of a team that has potential, that had desire, love, and for this business and wanted to be in WWE. But they were also strong enough to say, you know what, if you guys are not going to give us what we feel we deserve in terms of a career in WWE, well then fuck this shit, we're going to go elsewhere. And it was teased for a while that they wanted to wrestle the Bucks in AEW or New Japan, where the fuck the Bucks were back then. And, they wanted to go out into the different wrestling scene. And I don't blame them. And I think this was arguably, you could say, was one of the biggest fuck-ups by WWE in the current generation, was this mistreatment of the Revival when they should have always been treated better, treated as who they really are, but they were always treated as second fiddle or third fiddle to teams like the Usos and the New Day. And now this is not me blaming the New Day or the Usos or nothing. It's just, I feel just the sad state of affairs that were and what they were and what the tag team division was for that period of time. So, I wish them luck. I don't know if they have a no compete clause that was put in. If they did, I wonder when it's gonna end, if it does end. And sort of sucks that they also, I think this was another little sort of fuck you by WWE to them by having them grant the release during what's going on, the virus. Nothing's going on in wrestling. WWE are trying to push stuff out as much as they can, but they're struggling, and it's becoming a hassle more and more. So all I can say is thank you, Dash and Scott, for your time in WWE. I got to see you wrestle three times on house shows. I think once or twice on TV, and I was entertained by you. And I was a fan. I'll be honest, I was a fan. I was not the biggest fan, but I was a fan of the Revival. So can't wait to see what the next step is. So gonna keep this short. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, and have yourselves a very good day. Catch you around, ladies and gentlemen. Stay safe.